I am having a pretty crappy day today. I got some bad news and I've been super angst and I'm not really handling it very well. But feel free to comment how everyone else is doing. Sometimes I forget I'm not the only one with problems, which brings me to my topic that I want to open up a conversation about. So if you have ever self-harmed or are a self-harmer and are above the age of 18, again, you have to be above the age of 18. I do not suggest watching the rest of this video if you are a minor, but if you are a self-harmer or have self-harmed and are above the age of 18, this video is for you. So a lot of who I am and what I like comes from people who have had depression or sadness or have self-harmed. I've been called emo. I'm not emo. I just have very particular taste. And I've been this way ever since I was young. So, starting off, one of my biggest role models was my sister. She was a self-harmer when we were growing up, and I never really felt like we could be open and talk about who we truly were and what the types of things that we craved. During my teens, I am now 22, I developed this system so that no one would know that I was punishing myself. It's been really hard to find people who accept my ways, like my need for perfection and my neediness, and it's been really hard. But of course everyone says why do you punish yourself? Just learn your lesson, love yourself. If I was capable of learning my lesson without craving punishment if I made a mistake, I never would have self-harmed, but I also wouldn't have been myself, and ultimately I never would have learned. So I just want to say, just because I'm saying this is what I do, this is what I like, doesn't mean that that's what you should do. But self-harming tends to be a habit, and someone will eventually find out and will give you a million opinions, which can be super annoying, or they will tell you how much they love you. Listen to them. The last time I self-harmed was around the same time my cat got really sick. She was seeing her in pain was so scary. For a short while, she would only respond to my father, who told her every day, "You must eat." She must have responded to the stern, loving tone because there was no more sass from her. She began to meow and wait for food at his feet and would stop when he told her enough was enough. Similarly, particular with pet play, it can be a very nurturing and healthy way to be able to satisfy the owner by doing what he and you both discuss are good for you. But because I've never had any real first-hand experience, I basically explored on my laptop and really connected to some of the values that BDSM has, because those are my values. But like I said, I know very little. A lot of what interests me in the exchange of power,